Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lauren Loves Color. This is Lauren. I have two very unique coloring books to share with you today. I received both of these books in the past week, and I have really fallen in love with them, and they are both unique in very similar but somewhat different ways. A lot of coloring books that we get, and there have been a lot published in the last year in 2020, all have their unique style, their unique illustrations and artwork and in ways that their books are set up. But these two in particular have really stood out to me, and they've really piqued my interest because of how different and unique that they are. So I thought I would share them both with you today to give you a little bit of insight on both of these books and to talk about the similarities but also the differences. Now, let's start with the books themselves. This is the Puzzle Animals book. This is color by color, which we will talk about what that means in a minute. And then this is the Circulism art book, color by number, Mandala Shade. This book is published by Sherschneva, and this book is published by Eclipse art books. And I just did a question and answer with this publisher to learn a little bit more about them, and you are probably familiar with them for their other circulism books that they publish. Shershneva also has multiple other coloring books that she has published as well. One of her books I actually have become somewhat addicted to and have really readily available in my coloring stash. And I say that, yes, it is right here. And I have been really addicted to this book. This is the Flower Stained Glass Color by Number, also a really excellent book that's kind of in just your traditional, kind of mosaic art style, but this is specifically geared towards flower images. So also go and check this book out on Amazon. I will link this book and then the two books we are going to talk about down below in the description box if you are interested in purchasing them. So let's take a look at the similarities first about these books. So if I actually turn this book to the side and I turn this book to the side, you might see something a little bit unique. And actually I may have to turn this one this way. Yes, so you may see something a little bit unique. You see all of those beautiful colors. Both of these books are published with premium quality paper, perfect for alcohol markers, and it's a very thick quality paper, and both of the books are actually in kind of background colors. So they're not in the traditional white or black. They both have beautiful background colors. So let's start with the Puzzle Animals book by Shershneva. This is color by colors. So I'm tempted to always say color by number, but it is not a color by number book. This book here, and you can see on the color test page here, is a little bit different from what you would be used to for color by number. So normally you would have numbers on the page and match the colors. These here, the outlines of each of the shapes is outlined in a particular color. And so what you would simply do would be to match the color that is inside here. So like, for example, I can see that this one matches gray, and so I would color the inside of this image gray. This would be the pink, and so I would match the pink here. And so she does give you a nice color test page if you want to test out your markers and figure out what colors that you want. This paper is extremely smooth, perfect for alcohol markers, probably not great for crayons. I have heard that water-based markers do also work really well in this book. And so you can see, and I'm going to start flipping through the images here, you can see that the images are really stunning. They're on these just beautiful glossy paper, which isn't great for filming, but is fantastic for coloring. And I love the variety of images here. She does also do a really nice thing where she only includes the colors that are included on the image on the left-hand side. So this is just really beautiful. And her, one thing I really like about Shershneva's books as well is that her colors actually match up with the colors from the Sun Life drawing books. So if you already have a set of markers matched, you can automatically take that marker set and utilize that for any of her books. And her color palette is consistent from book to book, which I also really like. And I think she does have some, I think, one color books out that are like the lines, dots, spirals, things like that. She has a stained glass book, she has a mandala color by number book, and then she has published this book. So go check her out if you haven't seen her yet, because she's an absolute phenomenal artist and publisher. And I absolutely love these images. They're just stunning. I really, really can't wait to draw in this book. And the colors on the background are really, really bold and just really, really nice. And the pages are kind of single-sided. They will bleed over onto the background of this page, but you'll still be able to see the color palette listed without a problem. And so now she turns to horizontal, which I like. All of her horizontal images are in one area of the book, which makes it really nice. So yeah, go and check this book out. This is really, really unique and different, and I really like the illustrations. So this is going to be really fun. And you know, even now it's like, I look at it and it's like there's a lot of grays and dark grays in here, just like a standard elephant, but each of the little images inside of the elephant are really colorful and fun. So you still use a wide variety of different marker colors in here, which I like. But like that background, that purple is stunning. I will definitely be coloring this guinea pig. I actually, fun fact about me, I grew up raising guinea pigs. We not only raised them, but we bred them and showed them at our local rodeo. And guys, I know it sounds like crazy, but I think it was just kind of a fun activity that my parents had us do. We would even dress them up in costumes and have costume contests and stuff. Like it was a whole thing. So this guinea pig is probably going to be the first image that I do, just because I just find that really fun. So yep, that is her book, and then she has kind of a colored in image of what that bear looks like, that color test page. So really, really cool book. Go check it out. Next is going to be the Circulism art book. This is the Mandala Shade book by Eclipse Art Books. Now, let me give you a little bit of a disclaimer about this book. Eclipse Art Books, they actually published 2 mandala books. They published this book in a black background version that also has kind of a standard Amazon paper version. Those are the same exact mandalas, from what I can tell, that are in this book. So if you already have the black background version, or you prefer that, don't get both books, just to get one or the other. I mean, or get both if you want both. Just understand that the images in the book are going to be the same. They did also expand the number of images in their book. The Sea Life book that I have had a standard actual 20 images, and I think I misspoke on my last video. I said 19. They had 20 images in their book. This book has 30, so it has more images, which is really great. And they also have changed a little bit of their color palette. So in this color palette here, and I will show the color palette from the Sea Life book here, there is a bit of a difference in the color palette for the actual positive goodness of the book. What they have done is removed some similar colors. Sorry guys, this light is going to be challenging with the glossiness of the paper. So they have removed at least one green, they've removed at least one red, and they have added this whole range of browns in here. So they do still have a standard 24 color palette, but they have made some modifications based upon consumer feedback. Because I will tell you that it was really hard to color match in this set of 24, and there were some colors that looked really similar. I really enjoy the changes that they have made now, and really think that this is a really nice improvement to their books. Also, they have added the names of the colors on the inside of the page, which also help you color match a little bit, so you know, like even 7 and 8 still seem very similar to me in the reds, but the way that they have listed is that 7 is red and 8 is dark red. So I actually picked a color that's slightly deeper than what they show on the paper, just to give a little bit more contrast. And especially since these are mandalas, it makes it a little bit easier that you don't have, the colors don't have to be very exact. So I have my Ohuhus matched this. I do have an image colored out of this book. to show you just how beautiful this is. I had an opportunity to do this. So this mandala I did color in and has this beautiful blue background. I will tell you, I was slightly nervous about like on the when the pages were on black backed paper, I thought, oh well, if I go over the circles a little bit, it's not that big of a deal because you're not gonna be able to see it. So I was slightly worried that I was gonna have a different experience with this, that if I went over the lines, it would be very obvious, and it's not. It seems like in the areas that are not white, that if you color over them, it's almost like it repels the ink a little bit. So I really didn't have a hard time at all with continuing to color in this book. So had a really, really positive experience with it, and think this book is just absolutely beautiful. So I'll flip through this one as well. You can see there's a wide variety. They're all use the circulism kind of circles, but they make a variety of different shapes. But this one is really beautiful. And I believe if you saw my Q&A, this is AJ. It even says on the very front page that this was a book that was illustrated by him. He likes to do more geometric types of patterns and things, and so this was his creation, and I think it's really, really beautiful. I love in both these books, both the one by Kira and the one by Eclipse Art Books, I think these books are gorgeous. I love the colored background pages. I love the premium paper. I think it really just adds something to the book itself, and think it makes it really, really beautiful. So I am definitely intrigued by these and excited about getting to color more in them in this next month. And Eclipse Art Books, I have been kind of chatting back and forth with them. They're working on a new book right now, and it's going to be similar to their Sea Life book and their Forest book. So it's one of their more kind of complex books, but with a different theme, and I think you guys are going to love it. And they are considering putting it on colored background paper similar to this. So if you like the colored backgrounds, let them know. Hit them up on Instagram and give Snow some feedback and let her know whether or not you like this or you like the black background. Now, one thing I will tell you is that both for Kira's book and for this book, I did not see an option for standard Amazon paper, and I'm gonna guess it's because of the colored backgrounds. So know if you purchase these books, like Eclipse Art Books, they started publishing their older books in kind of a standard Amazon paper, and it was quite a bit cheaper. They did not offer that option with this book, I think, like I said, because of just how the book itself is set up. So just know that if you're purchasing these books, you are going to get the premium quality paper. You don't need to go and look separately for standard Amazon paper. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you to you guys for watching. I hope you enjoy. Like I said, the information about both of these books is going to be included in the description box below. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you again soon. Bye.